Hey guys, how you doing? Good, I hope. And I hope you've had a great day. I definitely did. I'm back with the big hair. It is crazy wild, just the way I like it. um, Today I want to be back and we're shifting gears. We're not talking karmics, we're not talking toxicity anymore. I already said that about some things, but now I mean anything. At this point in the game of enlightenment, you are bossing up. You have put in the work. You are not looking back because it took so much to get here. So why would you throw that all away and go back at this point? Don't spend any longer in those cycles than you had to. Learn what you need to, get out of there. In, out, quick. No more pain or struggling or suffering necessary. Get out of there, in and out with that lesson, be gone. So you have to make yourself think big, big. No more making ourselves small. No more of that. No more being what other people need us to be to make them feel comfortable where they're at. No more dumbing yourself down. You are powerful. You are infinite. You are creating your own reality. It is time to act like it. You are done with that level. That construct served its purpose. You don't care what happens to it after this, but you are gone. Those people, those things, they can spin the block as many times as they want, but you don't live there anymore. So it doesn't matter. All of that energy that they want to put into whatever they put in, that's on them. Has nothing to do with you anymore. It's none of your business at all. Your business is bigger and better things. So let's start thinking that way. Start syncing up with your dreams, right? Like, do you know how many people are being activated right now? It is insane. It is so exciting. Like, I am so here for it. I'm glad that it's happening on purpose, that we're all doing this at the same time, because we're getting shit done around here. There's no more staying in low vibrations. 2025 is going to be a year to remember, because with all of the activations and all of the downloads and all of the work that people have done to get here, be proud of yourself. Humble but proud. Congratulate yourselves and your guides and God and everybody that has worked together as a collective to get where we are. It is amazing. It is a huge feat. It has never been done before. I want you to understand the magnitude of this. It is huge where we are at this point, and that everybody has put this work in. And at the same time, it may have been a culmination, it may have taken years, but as far as the pinnacle being reached, whether it took you 2 days, whether it took you 15 years to get here, it's all happening at the same time. And that is magnificent. Don't let anybody set you back from missing out on this party, because this is huge, and we're only going to keep building on top of that, because like I said, once you've gotten here, there's no way you're going back. You are there now. You are not ever going to step back down unless it's to help somebody else, and just for a short period of time, and by using your discernment, because you'll be able to judge whether it's worth lowering your vibrations. I only did that so that people could realize what the toxic cycle looks like, how to not stay stuck in it. That is the only reason. And if you compare the way that my energy is right now to any of the past videos where I'm talking about that stuff, you will see a difference. I don't compare myself to anybody else, but please compare me to me from past videos, because that was the energy of lower vibrations. That was me meeting people that have yet to take that step and to take that leap and to take the training wheels off. That was me helping them so that they can see the difference in taking the step and how it's worth it. And in comparison, there's just light years. There's light years difference in what I present when I'm in it. It drains you. It's painful to go back down. That's why I know you won't do it once you've joined the party, once you've elevated past the 3D in any way. Don't stay stuck in the 4D. We're not arguing religion. We're not arguing spirituality. We're not arguing conspiracies. You have to get out of that. Cherry pick, placebo, whatever you got to do. Do not stay stuck there. That's a great place to be outside of the 3D because you question things. You're like, something's not right. This is not all there is. But do not stay stuck there. Get out of that as quick as possible. 5D is a wonderful place to be. Wonderful place to be. This is where you get the esoteric knowledge, esoteric, however you want to say it. I say it both ways, but it depends on who you're listening to, but still. This is where you get the pseudoscience. This is where you get the downloads, the things that people in the 3D do not get, the things that they call a myth, the things that the lower vibrations say are made up and science can prove it wrong. That's because the science that they've been taught that they're depending on was a crock of shit. But they want you to stay swimming around in that crock so that you never get to the 5D and know better. Because what you learn from your higher self, what you learn from source, will teach you that all of that stuff is meant to keep you stuck. It's meant to keep you stuck. It's part of the construct. It's part of the programming. So you have to get out of that. But all of that drains you. The lower vibrations, even me just talking about it, coming back to meet people where they are. If you look in my videos, I'm like, or Lord have mercy, or my goodness, like you'll just see how it wears me out. It sucks my battery dry. It's me draining myself on purpose because this is selfless, not selfish. And I want to bring as many people over that hump as I possibly can. The ones that want to, the ones that are ready to do the work. But after you know how exhausting that is and how good it feels to be here, I know that you will not put training wheels back on that bike. Who does that? Who does that unless you want to play dumb for a second? Or you want to show somebody else how to take the training wheels off. And so you have to speak to them in terms that they understand, doing that code switch down a couple of vibrations. But hopefully, if they're ready and willing, they will come up and they will meet you where you are. It doesn't take that much work for them to raise their vibrations just a little bit so that they can be like, I can breathe better up here. Look at her, look at him, look how good they're doing after all that they've been through. They wouldn't be looking and talking and acting like that if it wasn't much better on the other side of all of the low vibrations that keep you down, all of the programming that's designed to keep you stuck. They don't want you to know these things. Trust me, it wouldn't be there if someone else didn't know those things themselves. But they want to be the only ones so that they control the masses. And that is just absurd because we're all the same. We're all the same. By any one person holding anyone or many people back, it's only holding themselves back because look what we could all be together. But they want to covet that. That means they're not working with source. They're not working with source at all. They're in their ego. They've signed contracts with the devil. They are getting short-term rewards that cost them their soul. And we don't know anything up here. We don't owe anything except for thanks to God, gratitude, and then the willingness to help others to get where we are and for us to not stay stuck and keep going up. So from here, you need to start syncing up with other things. Start searching the content of your dreams. Start looking at new topics that before the old scared you, the old fear you, the old anxiety-ridden you would have not ever thought would have been possible for them. But you have to dream big, big, enormous, huge. Even when you've thought of something big, think bigger than that. Start syncing up with that. Start looking at things that I'm looking at now. I would have been terrified to do in the past, and I would have never ever thought, not even on a bucket list, would I put those things. And I'll never tell anybody about it either. Never, ever tell anybody. So when you dream big and you think bigger, don't write it down. Just keep it up here. Just keep it right here in your heart. Don't tell anybody about it. This is yours. This is sacred. This is between you and God. You are co-creating this together. Don't even tell your children. I'm talking, don't breathe a word of it. You move in silence when you're thinking big, because someone will get in front of you and try to block it. Someone will talk negatively to you or about you to everybody around you. They will try to help that fear creep in so that you don't think you can do it anymore. And then you tell yourself you can't do it. And then it'll send you right back into that tailspin. You don't tell anybody about your dreams. You just work your butt off to sync up with it. Get those mental pictures in your head. Pull that. If anything negative creeps in, you karate chop that shit to the side. You don't feed it. Don't let it grow. You replace it immediately with something on your vision board that you are a badass, that you are going all the way up. Like, that's it. Let it burn. Let any negativity burn. Let it burn off. Start cooking something else up. Start using your alchemy. You are an alchemist. Everybody is an alchemist. We can all do that. It is pseudoscience, but it's something. Once you get into the 5D, you've already transmuted things several times, so you know that it's real. No one will be able to tell you that it's not real because you've done it. You wouldn't be where you are out of the 3D, anywhere out of the 3D, if you haven't turned yourself into an alchemist and transmuted many, many things. Whether you had a name for it or not, you'll realize once you get to the 40 and people talk about transmuting and alchemy, you'll know what it is then. You'll know what it is that you've already been doing to get to the 4D. Keep using it to get to the 5D and beyond, because it is not pseudoscience. It is magic. You are magic. No devil, no anything being taken from you, no sympathetic magic, nothing has to be given back. It is your magic. It is unique to you. You do it the way that you do, and not everybody alchemizes the same. The person, 10 million people sitting right next to me, none of us will have transmuted negative energy into something that they could use in a positive way. Will transmute it the same. They won't. Everyone has their own way. We may have things that we like that are the same, but we won't do it the same. So you transmute however you transmute. You don't have to tell anybody about that either. But take this negative thing, you let that shit cook, you throw in your your personal authenticity, and then poof, here's something you can use. That bitter pill, that jagged pill, Skittle. Taste the rainbow, friend. And I'm not talking Disney to infinity and beyond. I'm talking literally to infinity and beyond. Infinite possibilities, because you are huge. You have made yourself small to make everybody else feel comfortable, and you have hidden the truth from yourself by believing what you were shown and told. And you are not that at all. You are massive when it comes to your creative powers. You can create or be anything that you want. So search it out. Sync up with it. Watch that close everything else out. The gossip, anything fighting, anything negative that your brain has eaten up, remove it so that it is not part of your algorithm. Whether your phone or TV are on or off, what's playing in your head is something that you are building on for you to grasp. Literally put your hands on, because it's possible. And you have to believe that, because it is. I wouldn't tell you any lie about it. Pull out the vision board, update the vision board. My vision board that I have, which is still the same vision board, but it was made when I was in survival mode. The basic of things are on there as far as what everybody would want. it basically surrounded like the American dream with just a little bit of my personality. Well, now I won't show it to anybody, and you don't show anybody yours either. Has lots of personal things, more personal things, and then grander, huge things are on there now that were never on there before, that are just out of this world. You would think the me that made that originally, that version of me, would think the things that are on there now are crazy. But this version of me knows those things aren't crazy at all, because I'm going to get them. And you're going to get yours too. Just have to start syncing up with that. Your thoughts are everything. Energy. It's all energy. You transmuting, turning into something else, energy. It's never destroyed. You can change forms, never destroyed. So change it up, switch it up, shift your perspective, because we're getting what we want. We don't care about anything from the past. You stay in the now and you focus on these things, and you let that be what runs through your mind when you're not connecting to your higher self and shutting those thoughts off, because that's essential too. You have to keep connecting to your higher self, meditating to the point where you can switch it off whenever you want, and you can be driving down the road, meditate, walk through the park, meditating while you eat, because you're shutting your brain off and you're just concentrating on what you're doing in that moment. And that is your higher self. That is your higher self. Me talking to you right now is not me thinking. There's no narrator in my head right now. I'm not looking down at any notes. This is me connecting to my higher self. I'm meditating even while I'm making these messages, and that's how they come so clear and so authentic. I mean, shine bright like a diamond, because diamonds, there's not two that are the same at all. Like snowflakes, there's not two that are the same. That is why no one can replicate or duplicate your authenticity. I don't care how hard they try. They cannot jump into your essence. That is you. That is all you, baby. Just yours. So they can try, they can dress it up, they can put their actor's mask on, but eventually they're going to wear themselves up trying, because they're not the vibrational match to be that authentic person that you are. That will exhaust them. They can't keep up with that. It's like pretending that you can run a marathon when you've never even run a mile. You know how exhausted and draining that would be, and how that person would fall flat on their face? Nothing given to them, no amount of tools could just magically turn them into that if they haven't put in the work to become a marathon runner. That's how it would be for anybody to try to replicate. You're irreplaceable. That's why we're all chosen, because you were chosen for your life, because of who you are and what you are. Everything, the sugar, the spice, and everything nice that was put in to the recipe of making this person for this life, for this plan and path and purpose, is individual and unique to you and your authentic, genuine self. So no one can do it. I saw something earlier that a couple of people that I followed put on theirs, was that don't be afraid to talk about somebody inspiring you, because we're all inspired by other people. And I try to quote and mention where I see anything and everything, because a lot of things inspire me. That's how your guides will talk to you and tell you things intuitively, downloads, whatever. It'll come to you many different ways. So I don't take for granted anything that I see or that crosses my path, because I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in accidents. Everything that I see, every person that crossed my path, it was for a reason. So I take that in. I use it constructively to create the magic of who I am, where I'm meant to be, right here, right now, focusing on what I want to create for me. So in doing that, that helps everyone, because they're inspired by you. Whether they give you credit or not, let them be inspired by you, but no one can ever, ever be you, no matter how hard they try. No matter how much money they have, no matter how many people help them, no matter how many tools and the makeup, the car, whatever they're using to try and be that can never, ever be you. That's how special you are. That's how special you are. Add that with the power of your creativity for your reality. Please, please, please. But what you resist persists, and what you accept dissolves. So when you're trying to get up out of cycles, don't resist it, because you're thinking about it, keeping yourself stuck. The more that you accept and go with the flow, the more that those constructs have served their purpose and they can go away. So we're thinking big. We're thinking so big. Oh, I can't wait until I hear back from some of you guys about doing this, because just the smallest change into that direction, into taking that leap, and those training wheels being off. I want us all to be there and then share our progress. And I want to see the light bulb moments, because that's what makes what I'm doing right here worth it to me. I don't need anything back except for to be, I hope to be part of several journeys because I want us all to uplift each other, and I want all of that kindness to ripple. I want it to multiply. So earlier I was looking down at my notes now because I was channeling a song, and I love this song, but it came back up out of nowhere today. I didn't hear it, but it's the Don't Fight It by Kenny Loggins and Steve Perry. So I wrote down some of the lyrics because it's a pretty old song, because I don't know, I think it's from like the 80s. I was born in 77, so, but Don't Fight It. The part that I thought about, and I wanted to clarify, that's why I wrote it down, was some people, when they hear a groove, shake their heads because they just can't approve. Well, I turn the music up till it's shaking the skies, everybody ready to move, and that's how I feel right now. The people that will try to hold you back, they'll hear what you're saying in the 4D or the 5D, and they're like, they're crazy. I don't know what they're talking about. They should be committed. Where's the straitjacket? It's because they don't know. They can't replicate your authenticity in the higher densities because they haven't put in the work to get there. It's going to sound crazy, and that's okay. That's okay. When they get there one day, even if it's when they die, they'll be having that aha moment, and that's when they were supposed to get it. Whenever they get it is when they were supposed to get it, but don't let it creep in and cause self-doubt or spiraling in you, because once you take the training wheels off, you are ready. You're ready. Separate yourself from those people. You don't need those voices in your head. You don't need the naysayers. You don't need that criticism, because it's not constructive. You are constructing. You are constructing your reality with God, because that's how big you are. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Okay? There's another part in the song that says, do what mama do what daddy do. When are you going to make up your mind? So it's not, this is your path. You are forging this path. Don't care about what anybody else does, what they did, what they say you should do, what they did. Like, who cares? This is you. This is your unique path and purpose, and you are meant to shine in your own individual way, and not to be dimmed by anybody else, not to be snuffed out, not to be criticized and held back. You are elevating yourself and shining your light brighter. When I started syncing up with some of the dreams that I have, the things that I want to elevate, the things that are helping me grow, and I want to keep growing in my mind, so that's what I think about all the time. When I bring up YouTube, that's the first things that I see. These people, the stories, the things that I'm watching, these people are shining so bright. They're not letting anything get in their way. with what they're doing and their goals, and they're even documenting how they're taking it a step further, and mentors that they have that are shining their light brightly, and that they're lending a hand to help them up and not coveting what they have and keeping them out and keeping it all for themselves. You want to sync up with the like-minded people. You want to vibrate high so that your soul tribe can come in. They will find you. They will gravitate towards you like a magnet, just like the abusive things did when you didn't think that you were worth any better than that. These things, these dreams of yours, these big, huge ideas that you have that are just waiting to come out for you to believe that you deserve it, to be happy enough to reach for it. It will come to you no matter what it is. And when you start watching other people that did it, that are doing it right now, what an inspiration that will be to you. You will see that if they did it, I can do it. They're not like, they weren't Nepo babies. They weren't born rich. They don't have famous parents. They're not doing what their parents did. They had this idea and they went for it. And guess what? Because they were on their path and their purpose, God showed them the way. He provided everything that they needed to make that happen because they started walking in that direction. They started talking the talk of what they wanted to do in their head instead of letting the negative thoughts infiltrate and permeate. They got out of their own way. They got everybody else that didn't want to go where they were going out of their way too. And they started syncing up with their dreams and they manifested. They manifested because you did the work. You deserve it. God wants the best things for you and He will not take them away. You won't owe Him a damn thing. Nothing. And you'll be saying, what next? I got here and I saw that I could do that. What next? Bigger. Think bigger. Everything is possible. Don't just stop there. Keep going. Literally to infinity and beyond. Literally. Not a Pixar cartoon narrative. Literally what your life can be. And once you get that first one, that big idea, that big dream, once you get it, don't tell anybody about it. Start syncing up with it. Watch it come to you. Watch people there help you get that. And other things, strangers. They'll be strangers. You will not need anybody that was negative to you to help you get there. Strangers literally will help you get that. And then they will point you in the direction. If they can't help you get to the next level, they are vibrating high. They will not want to hold you back. They will want the same for you that they have for themselves. And they'll want you to go higher too. You just have to start. Just have to start. And when you get that first thing, when you get that first taste of how easy it was because God helped you, because you didn't have to sign your life away or do anything bad to yourself or somebody else to get there, you bet your ass you're going to keep going for the next thing. Just like you won't put those training wheels back on. You're not going to stay in that dream. You're going to dream bigger and bigger and bigger because you saw how you got there, how you were magical, how you and God did that. So keep doing it. You will keep doing it. You're not going to let anybody tell you you can't do it once you've already done it and you saw that it was possible. How dare they? How dare they? Because y'all can stay where you want. I'm going to do me. Far away from that. Better bet. So I think that's all I wanted to say today. Not a real long message, but I just want you to know how great you can be. How great you can be. And you're responsible for that. I just want to help light. I know that pilot light is lit. I just want to be a facilitator in striking that match so that you can take your rocket ship anywhere you want to go. Because I know you can. I know I am. And I want you to do it too. So I love you. God loves you. You're never alone. I'll see you later. Bye.